Okie Show. Hello and welcome to the podcast that explores the heartlands entertainment industries. I am Brian.
I am Lainey.
I didn't warn you that was going to happen at all. My bad. We are here at EOC Tech, and we are experiencing the awesome Clean Shorts Film Festival, which is pretty freaking exciting. I don't know about you, but you've been to plenty of film festivals where...
But I haven't got to see any of the films here.
They're all clean.
I know.
Hence Clean Shorts.
Forward to it. So...
You don't get to watch anything, you just get to be on this.
I know, I'm disappointed. Actually, I just might put this mic down and go watch them. So
Lainey's going to check out about halfway through this, and she's going to go watch some shorts, and then she'll come back and give us the play-by-play of everything that she saw.
Mm-hmm. I want to see the avocado one.
Is the avocado one playing? Is the Pitts playing here?
Avocado.
I
don't know what avocado film you're talking about.
You lied to me.
We haven't introduced them yet. Don't talk to them.
You're dead.
I don't think the Pitts is showing here, but that's okay.
I thought you said, okay, never mind. Well, you make me look like
the point that I was trying to make before you went off on your avocado tangent was that, normally whenever you're watching a film festival, you're there, you're watching a friendly, heartwarming movie, then it goes to credits, darkness, and then something else comes back on, and it's very hard R, boobies on the frame, and all sorts of stuff. You're not going to see that here, because this is the Clean Shorts Film Festival.
Did you just say boobies?
I said, you heard me. Would you have preferred I say tutus?
Tutus.
I would. What are some other good ones?
We actually do have a ballerina film that they are wearing tutus. Tutus are allowed. So.
Yes.
You know what?
That sounds kind of, hashtag Me Too World. I don't get it.
I don't even have a response for that, Brian. I can't even.
What are your favorite words for that?
Okay, anyways, Clean Shorts.
So we're here at the Clean Shorts Film Festival, and we're excited to be here with 4 awesome special guests. Mr. Ben Halavity, you're the teacher here.
Yes,
So
sir.
welcome to the show. Have you been on the show before?
Yeah, I think one time a couple years ago I was working at Dead Center.
That's right, we were doing Dead Center University
But
together.
since then you've kind of turned your back on me.
I know, I try to avoid you like the plague.
I don't blame you.
And then down here we have, why don't you guys introduce yourselves one by one?
Hello, my name is Wyatt Harris. I'm a first-year student here at EOC Tech, and I'm very happy to be here. I'm honored, as a matter of fact.
Hello, I'm Landon Laughlin. I'm a second-year student here at EOC, and I'm just as honored. This is awesome.
I'm Peyton Downey. I'm a third-year student at Eastern Oklahoma Technology Center, and I'm happy to be on here, too.
Well, this is so cool to have you guys on, because, I get to come and crash Mr. H's. I have to call you Mr. H since your students are here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nothing but respect, right?
That's right.
That's right, Ben.
No respect.
But I get to come and crash your classroom and, teach these guys all of the different sound techniques and all that kind of stuff. But this film festival is a totally different animal.
Yeah, it's completely different. So my students are the judges. So we have people submit us films from all over the world. We have 20-some countries represented. And I have to watch them first and make sure that they fall within the guidelines. And, it's amazing how many filmmakers don't read the rules. So I'll be sitting watching a film. One of the first rules is no F-bombs, no nudity,
right?
Limited language.
How
PG,
very
PG-13.
unfestival of you.
And then all of a sudden, I'll watch a film. One time it'd be 13 seconds in, F-bomb. I'm like, really? Thanks for the donation. And then later, it's this really great film. I watched one this year. I watched it. It was a 22-minute film. I'm 18 minutes in, and then all of a sudden, blah. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah. So, but anyway, you won't have any of that here. We are a school. But the difference is a lot of people think, Clean Shorts, really? They're all, they're Pollyanna, they're after-school special. No, we got horror films, we got dramas, we got all kinds of crazy stuff, some amazing animated films. Our animated films are off the charts good.
Man, I popped in to see, I can't remember what animated short it was, but it was a foreign animated short. I think it was in Spanish.
Yes.
And I freaking walk in and just start crying.
Yeah.
Because, apparently Pixar, the first 10 minutes of Up is now the inspiration for all animated movies.
That's correct.
It was great because when we watched that film in class, I was like, I want to get some good reactions today. And so I sat back in the corner and just watched, and all of a sudden, I see a couple reach for Kleenex. And I see another, I'm like, I don't. They all get mad at me, though, because it's totally random. But once in a while, we'll watch a block of films, and it'll all the sad films. They're there on Friday. They're like, Mr. H, you're depressing me before the weekend. This isn't cool, but it just happens. It is what it is.
So then you have to go through and look through all the entries. I guess we're kind of talking about how like the selection process of the film festival works. You get a wave of movies, just a wave of all sorts of assortments from all ranges of quality, from the worst thing that you wouldn't even make it on YouTube to the best thing that should really be in Sundance. You get it all.
Yeah, we get it. We get everything.
Everything, and then you have to filter through all the F-bombs and the boobies, or the tutus, as we like to say on the show.
Tutus.
And then it goes to the students here. So you guys, how long do you guys watch the movies?
Gosh, we usually watch around 4 every Friday, every week from
an hour.
About an hour.
Yeah.
Every week from pretty much the beginning of the year, on Friday. And we go through a lot of them. And we go through them multiple times, really, because we end up watching through, deciding, voting on them, and then eventually, once the few have been chosen and selected, we get to go through and compile it all together and prepare for the festival.
That's awesome. So I got to ask, as you guys are watching all these different ranges of quality of movies and stuff, how does that? What do you guys get to learn from that? What are some things that you take away?
Well, really, we take away a lot, I'd have to say, because we see what people can do with a very small budget, but we can also see what people do with a very large budget and do that and send it to it's an honoring experience. I've already said honor in my last line, but
Stick to the script.
I'd have to say I'm an honorable man, and I get a lot of
full of honor.
Oh yeah, I'm full of honor. I see a lot of honor.
He might be Klingon. We don't know.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Landon, what do you?
I think it's really cool that one of the coolest things to me about a film festival is that you really get to see the difference, especially for us, because a lot that make it in. Some of the ones that we watch aren't the best. There's some films that are not as great and some that are amazing, and we get both sides of that. And I think it's really good that as up and coming filmmakers, we get that chance to see videos that aren't the best, and we get to learn from that. We get to see why do we not like that? Why was that not as good? Exactly. And we get to learn something from it. But then we get to see stuff that's amazing, that blows us out of the water, and then we can ask the same question: why did we like that so much? Why was it so good? And I think that's a really cool opportunity for us to be able to see all these different types of films and genres and everything.
We can actually see what we can do at our level.
Yeah.
With our equipment.
And you guys have some pretty sick gear here.
Oh yeah.
It's not bad.
Thanks to Mr. H over there.
Well, I've been.
And some suggested purposes. I can't talk today. You know what I'm trying to say? I was trying to.
Sounded like you were
That's why I
trying to
have
say
an advisory committee. Yeah, and they help me. They tell me what I need, and we have a pretty decent budget. I mean, I feel bad for the high schools, because they're really, and we're funded a little bit differently because it's professional. We're sending them out to school, so I do have the benefit. I've taught in a public school once, and I do not envy those teachers.
God bless you, and God bless all of our teachers.
Exactly.
Amen,
Seriously.
brother. But I saw my budget, and I was like, wow, I can actually build an equipment room when I need it. You know what? I can't go buy it all at once.
Was the budget listed? Was it inside a small treasure chest that glowed when you opened it?
Sort of. Yeah.
Were there angels?
I had to find an Easter egg to get the key to get in. Yeah, it's great. Sorry.
To open this, to find your budget, you have to solve a riddle.
Yeah. No, it was in.
What is your favorite number?
We're still lacking on some things. I'd love to have a sound studio. But we're a small school. We don't have the budget to go out and build that kind of stuff. We're hoping Advorum keeps coming in, keeps growing out here, that we can eventually get something like that, because I'm preparing some pretty good kids here. But I feel blessed that I get students that want to do this. They're in my class because they want to do it.
Yeah.
And so that makes my job pretty easy, because they're like sponges. They just want to soak it up and oh wait, we get to play with cameras, we get to make movies. Yeah, that's great.
That's so cool.
I had to put a boot in a couple rear ends once in a while. Get them motivated, but
What? We're teenagers, okay? We can't get everything right.
See, because back in my day, I've reached back in my day age, which is weird because I'm only 31. I feel like I shouldn't be saying back in my day, but I do, and I mean it.
You say it all the time, like it pops out of your mouth at least once a day.
He says it as the phantasm too.
Welcome to our day.
Back in my day, the maniacal plan would always end with the world being taken over.
Well,
I wish we could zoom in on.
You've got a lot to learn, Trump.
I want a divorce. What?
You keep saying back in my day, but like in Mr. H's class, I was there three years ago, or 2 years ago, or however long ago. And the difference between then and now, from when I first came into the time I'm in it now, there's a very big difference in the stuff that we have and how we do things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
So I can.
the gear gives them an opportunity to work on professional stuff, which is what our goal is here. But I could give them an ARRI camera, ARRI, however you pronounce it, and if they don't have the desire,
the jury's still out on that.
They're not going to make a good movie. So
Yeah.
they have to have, they could make a really good movie on an iPhone.
Yeah.
But I give them this equipment. I pay for it myself. No, I use the budget to get them the equipment they need to be ready to step onto a film set and be familiar with that. But just because they have a good camera and good editing system doesn't mean they're going to make a good movie. It's got to be.
That's a very, very important
thing. Got to be in the heart. They got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be what they want to do, because I can't make them do it.
Yeah.
It's got to be a desire.
Yeah, and that's a really big deal. And honestly, if you can make a good movie with shoddy equipment, then you can make a great movie with really good equipment. So,
Definitely.
that's pretty cool.
I agree.
So, as you guys have been kind of, y'all are basically working the festival right now.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so how's the experience been? Because this is year 3? Year 4? It's already been year 4?
Yes, sir.
Jeez.
Well, this is my first festival.
I know. Back in my day, there wasn't a Clean Shorts Film Festival.
This
So-
is my.
Yeah, how's the experience been so far?
Well, so far, I'd say it's been life-changing, honestly, because I get to see what it's like on the other side of the festival. Because I've gone to festivals before. I went to Dead Center this past year. I've been to 2 years of Clean Shorts before this. But actually running it gives a new perspective.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
So I gotta ask, since you guys are like the programmers of this whole thing, and since you're the organizers, everything, what are some suggestions you would give to the listeners out there that are wanting to make movies and submit them to film festivals? What are some suggestions that you, the people, would make?
Read the rules.
Yeah, for every no, for every competition, for anything like 48 or anything like that, always read the rules, and that's with everything, because it's very easy to pass by something like that, and you can get kicked out very easily just for missing one line.
I would say be motivated, be persistent. Is that the word I'm looking for? Persistent?
Sure,
Yes.
yeah.
Be smart about it.
Yeah.
And be technically sound as well.
So on the technical side of things, like what's the first thing that's going to keep something
I don't
from
get to answer that question.
No. No.
This is just for them. And then we'll go to you to see if you agree. You'll green light it or red light it.
We didn't do this in rehearsal. So
Oh, okay. I told you to stick to the script. This is why I can't trust you
This is
guys
off
to
the
keep the
cuff.
script intact. So what are some things to avoid if you actually want to get your film accepted into a film festival like Clean Shorts?
Watch your sound.
Sound.
I wasn't fishing for that at all.
No.
No.
If it doesn't sound good, people don't want to watch it. I mean, unless it's a silent film.
Oh, yeah. And even
If it's
then.
a silent film, I want to, people who do silent films, I'm almost jealous of, because it's like, you're a genius.
Thank you.
You've cracked the code. You don't need to have all the sound. You just throw music on it.
Words are so overrated.
Yeah, exactly. It's very true.
Let's do a silent podcast.
I've been
great
thinking
idea.
about bringing that in. We'll just do nothing but sign language.
Yeah.
We'll do nothing but visual gags to force people to go to the YouTube channel and watch there.
That's right.
Okay, so yesterday we got to do a really fun thing.
Oh, yeah.
And
I wasn't here yet.
why don't you guys tell us a little bit? Actually, Mr. H.
Okay, so I've got this connection to this thing called the 48-Hour Film Project. That
What?
I thought, if I could somehow implement that. The past 3 years, we've been doing a thing we call Student Fest as a kickoff to Clean Shorts. And we invite, schools from around the metro, around the state, actually. We get a few that come in, and it hasn't really caught on yet, but we get a lot of kids here, and they have fun, and it's pretty awesome. And I thought, hey, this year let's do something different. Let's get some film pros in and break the kids up, make them network with kids from other schools, get together, write a script, shoot a movie, edit it, and play it on the big screen in 4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, you were like, you know what? The 48-hour film race, not stressful enough.
Not at all.
I want to traumatize these students.
So, yeah, but they broke them off. You had a team.
did.
Burns had a team, and Luke Helms had a team.
Yep.
And then the teachers, me and Harry Wallahan, Noble Banks, and Adam Bass were all kind of like helping, but not really as a big part. You guys were.
Yeah.
But what I was kind of blown away by. Am I doing okay?
Yeah, you're good.
I was like, can you hear me? Y'all guys were there and you guided them, but you let them do it, and that was what.
It was so much
That
fun.
was so awesome, and we made 3 totally different movies. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were wildly.
completely.
It was so cool to see how that all
Who
panned
else
out.
was involved in this? Who were the other?
It was so I had a group, Jacob Burns had a group, and then
Oh,
Luke
gross.
Helms had a group.
Oh, even grosser.
So we had Okie Show, we had the Chivalrous Dead, which is Luke Helms' production group, and then we had the shoot. What's the name of
Planet Thunder.
Planet Thunder. That's right. So we were repping all over the place.
So yeah,
It was awesome.
Took off, and at 2 o'clock, we finally got an export from
I know.
Brian's team.
You know what?
Haha.
We got
We're
it
gonna
done.
talk about that in a second.
Jokes are funny, Mr. H.
And we brought them down here, and we showed all. They had a minute and a half, 2-minute window to make the movie in, and it was pretty amazing what they did. I will say this: there are some films that were made yesterday that are on par with 48-hour films, but much.
No, totally.
Yeah, it's like it was amazing. They rocked it. They did a fantastic.
Yeah.
job.
All 3 of them definitely, first of all, they had beginning, middles, and ends, which is not something that you always see, which I'm sure you know now. that beginning, middle, end structure is a real pickle for some quote-unquote storytellers.
Yes.
But, so Wyatt and Landon, you were on my team.
That's right.
We were.
Peyton, you were wishing you were... were you on? Were you which team
I
were you
was on Lucas's team.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Luke.
I was on Lucas's team.
Luke.
Okay.
Luke.
Luke.
I am your father.
Yes.
You were on Argo's team. Let's be
Argo's?
honest. Yeah.
Did he bring Argo?
Yes.
Argo
Argo,
here?
yeah.
Argo was
Dog.
here.
He
So-
was in a corner of the room having a treat, which was a pencil.
Oh.
Yeah, that dog is like a garbage disposal. You can give him anything.
Did you hear that he's running for governor?
He's always running for some kind of office, and I always go, and his name's never on the ballot, which
I
is
know.
very disappointing.
He'd win
I'd
this
vote
time
for him
around.
every
I'd
time.
vote for him.
Right in.
Yeah.
Right him in.
So you, Wyatt and Landon, why don't you tell us about your experience working through this whole thing of like having to come up. Now we have to come up with a story. Now we have to shoot it. Now we have to edit it in 4 hours. You jerk. I shake my fist at Mr. H. People on the podcast are listening like, did he just call the kids jerks?
Yeah, he did. Brian
He's a bully.
Gilliland called my students jerks.
Well, I thought it went really well, actually. I was kind of shocked by how fast everything came together. Because usually things, when you're in such a rush, when you know you have such a short amount of time, there's a little bit of chaos that tends to ensue. But
Kind of like that kitchen scene in Ratatouille where everybody's just running around.
everyone's running around freaking out, tearing their hair out. And we got together, we got a really solid idea on a whiteboard and started working through it. And
Wait a second. I'm kind of confused. Are you saying there was no chaos involved? Because I remember chaos.
well,
There was a little chaos.
not at first.
It was going swimmingly
Yeah.
for a little bit.
So in our film, we used a fog machine.
Yes.
Yeah, we were
And-
trying to. Well, explain what the film
Okay.
was.
So I was an actor in this film. I guess I was the lead.
Yes.
Yes,
I
you
was
were
the
definitely
lead.
the
I was
lead.
definitely the lead. I was the only name. I wasn't named, but basically, in this film, we had a man wake up in a hospital, and he didn't know where he was, and he found a leather jacket. He goes out, and guess what? There's zombies, and he's in this hallway, and in the hallway we had the fog machine to make it look creepy, like a zombie game per se, and well, we filled the whole hallway full with fog, and we're about to shoot, and bang, bang, bang. Guess what? Fire alarm goes off.
Yep.
And it's
And we
actually
even
during school hours.
Oh gosh, and there were some other things that were happening in the school.
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So
Like-
we have a child daycare center on campus, and there were like 22 little ones sleeping
It was nap
for a
time.
moment. Right during that time, the fire alarm goes off. So sorry, Karen Manuel. You have Brian's undying love.
Yeah. Love you. Hashtag film life. No, it was funny because we even had a conversation we had one of the students working as our locations department, which I can't remember her name. What was her name?
It was Duncan.
Yes, Duncan.
Karen? Okay.
Yeah. And she killed it. Like, it was cool whenever, like, everybody piled into the classroom. We had our little whiteboard and everything. And we divided it up into different departments. And so she took the role of locations. And so she was running, this poor girl was running all over the place like a locations manager does. Mm-hmm. And we even had that conversation of, like, do you think that the fog machine will knock these things up? Because these aren't, they're not just fire alarms. There are sprinklers everywhere.
Everywhere.
So we were looking at the sprinklers saying, I don't think they'll go off, but it's worth the risk.
Yep, Ben doesn't need a job.
Yeah.
Did the sprinklers go off?
The sprinklers did not go off. Thank God. But man, as soon as that thing went up, the alarm went off. I think we all froze and we all looked up at the sprinklers at the same time. We're just like, wait for it.
Because we were. It was a break in between one of the shots, and I looked around. And I was like, you know, it's really kind of smoky in here. And the second that thought crossed my mind, the alarms went off.
Yeah.
And I was immediately like, oh no, what have we done?
Yeah.
So for today, are you gonna like call in a bomb threat? Is that your trick?
We're gonna try not to do that.
Okay.
We're gonna try. Yeah.
Every day a different thing for you. Chaos.
That's what happens. See, this is what Mr. H gets for, calling me to lead a team. This is the risk that you take whenever I step into your doors.
I was sleep deprived trying to get a festival
It's like,
going.
Gillian will be
I wasn't
perfect for
really
this.
thinking about it.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, what could go? Well, the bad news is I found out later that Luke and Peyton almost caught a lamp on fire too.
So Peyton, you're gonna have to tell this story because you're on Luke Helms' team.
Yeah. So what it was is in our film it was a college dorm and we had a lamp in it and we needed to dim the lamp because it was a little too bright. So our prop director, or not prop director, prop master, which was me, decided it'd be okay to hand Alyssa, who was in charge of me, and doily, and we put the doily over the lamp right on the light, and about 30 minutes into it, we started smelling something, and Jacob was like, yoink, and just grabbed it out of there in a second. And Dominic was in a corner of the room, and he ran and stomped on it because it was smoking.
Why is it that when things catch on fire, you never see it, you always smell it first? Mm-hmm. It's almost like a cartoon every time. Because that's happened to me. Like, there was one time I was working in this little studio space, and like me and the person that we were filming, like we both look at each other, we're like, is something burning? That's always what people say.
Yeah.
It's never something's on fire. It's always the question of reality around us. Is something burning?
Well, it's funny that you say that because Alyssa, one of the actors, was standing next to the lamp where on the opposite side of Jacob, and she was the one that was like, does something stink? And this was about...
It's like flames right next to her. Totally fine.
Well, this was about maybe 30 minutes before the fire alarm went off.
Oh my gosh.
So there for a minute we thought somehow, some way we did it. And then later somebody's running down the hall saying it's okayed.
This is madness. You introduced madness into these halls.
I did.
It's chaos, I tell you. So what were some? Did you guys learn some things from that experience, or?
Oh yeah.
A lot. I got to run.
Keep the haze down to a minimum.
Yes, definitely, most definitely. I learned definitely. I prefer a lot of camera work. That's kind of what I've been studying and what I'm wanting to go into. And
yeah, you were our camera guy.
Yes, yeah, so I'm hoping to eventually become a director of photography, and because I love working with cameras. And it was really, I've never really done a horror kind of shoot before.
That was so much fun.
It was really fun.
I want to do more.
So getting to kind of with the whole shaky camera and the lighting and kind of getting to play with that and some cool scenes of the zombies walking down the hall. It was really fun and interesting to get to see all the stuff we could do.
Yeah.
I was really, really happy how it turned out.
Honestly, I was thinking as we were shooting this thing, I was like, this might look like garbage. Because we're shooting it so fast. Because we were doing like maybe 2 takes, maybe, and then just moving on to the next thing and using a lot of natural lighting and stuff like that. And then we throw it in the computer and like, dude, it looked great. You did a great job. You didn't have a focus pull or anything. You were killing it.
Thank you.
Killing it, I tell you.
Lennon's the best cameraman I know.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it.
And then Wyatt, you got the wonderful experience of being our lead actor. How was that for you?
Well, I've done it before in the 48, and in the 48, I was part of WAFD, which is my shout out to them.
Wafty Show.
Wafty Show. We were in the bar to the end of the world, and I actually in that short I had to throw up on myself, with not with real throw up, but
as one is to do.
Yes, of course, and so I'm used to having stuff on my face for a long time, like throw up and blood, for example. And so in this short that we made yesterday, we had the idea of me shooting a zombie that was on top of me, so we had to have it splatter all over me, and so we just had a jug of fake blood and just poured that right on my face.
Well, first we had like three.
Oh yeah, we had three
people
girls
splattering it on you from the side.
Oh yeah,
Wasn't
like
enough.
because we were shooting a butt like right above your face
Yes.
with a close up, and it just wasn't reading on the camera. So then I just grabbed the jug and just dumped it on him like he freaking won something on Nickelodeon.
Oh man.
And whenever you came home yesterday, you had that stuff all over your shirt, and I was like, I think your back's bleeding, dude. What did you do?
Yeah.
And you're like,
And I was like, no, it's just a shoot.
Just killing
Okay.
students.
You know, it's going to be really easy for me to become a murderer at some point.
No
so I could
kidding.
just come home and she's like, you got blood on your shirt. I know.
No, that happens honestly all the time. And then like
He murders
whenever
people?
you had that, well,
I
yes.
murder people all the time.
And see that
She never believes me.
No, there was that one day that you had that big red splotch on your shoulder, and like you were still asleep, and I woke up and I was like, he has cancer. Something's wrong.
Yeah, the
Something
blood
bit him.
stained my skin.
Yeah. And
So,
so I just remember staring at you, and then I woke up. I was like, "What is that?" And you're like, "It's fake blood." And you turned around and went back to sleep. I'm like,
Yeah.
"What do I even ask? What do I
So
even ask?"
right when we got to post yesterday, I had to drive home to take a shower because I didn't want to, start the festival looking like a zombie, and
Or like
a
a
murderer,
serial killer.
or a serial killer. So I was driving home and I had blood stains all over my face and hands and stuff, and I pull up to a stoplight. And a cop pulls up next to me. And I look over, and he looks over at me. I just like,
what's wrong? What of it? Nothing to see here.
and
I was deer hunting.
I drove. He didn't stop me or anything, which I'm really glad because that would have been something funny to explain to somebody.
I'm not
I
glad.
promise I was on a film shoot. I promise you. And I'm not a killer.
You know what's really sad about that? That is the true film #film life.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell you how many times either a prop master has gotten pulled over or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's got loads of stuff in his car. Guns, fake drugs. Explain that one. You know, they really need to put part of the movie budget has to go into bail. Because people, like, there's actually a story of one of the characters from The Walking Dead getting pulled over after, like, one of their finale scenes, and she was just soaked in fake blood and everything. And, yeah, the cop, like, nearly pulled his gun on her. Oh, so, yeah, you're working with the big leagues. You have
That's
to
right.
get that out of the way.
Well, I had another student. The student was a zombie, Trinity.
Oh, yeah.
She goes and cleans up, and all of her makeup's been washed off and everything, but there were still spots around her neck. They're like just black, and her eyes. The makeup stayed there, and it looked like somebody had beat the living crap out of her. And she's up there, welcome to Clean Shorts. Would you like to buy a ticket? I'm like, this girl looks like she's been abused.
Welcome to the film festival.
She was actually telling me that people were like, "Are you okay?" And she didn't think about telling them that it was
Blink
from a
twice
film
for
set.
yes. Yeah.
So she was just telling them, "Yeah, I'm fine." And my head was like, "Oh, that's not going to end well."
I'm okay.
Oddly enough, that's not my first story about the cops being involved in a film shoot with me. So
Somehow I knew that.
yeah, with the back to the Wafty show and our 48-hour contest, we had a fake body that we made out of like pantyhose and fake blood. And before I was rudely interrupted, so we put the fake body in a trash can just right behind the Tower Theater, which is where we shot it, and it was right by a church, and this lady comes out to throw away trash for the church, and she sees the fake body, calls the cops, she's crying.
Oh no!
And I mean, I have the
She was
911 call.
crying?
Yeah,
That's a win.
yeah. No, I still think it's hilarious.
You got one up on most people around here for sure.
Oh yeah,
You haven't heard the 911 call.
I don't know. Have I?
Okay.
I have it.
Wait. You have a recording of the 911
It's
call?
going in the documentary.
It is.
Oh my gosh!
Stop.
If you can find that while we're still recording, I want to hear that because that's amazing.
Guess what?
Does he have it? He's got it. Drum roll. I can't. I only got one hand.
It might take a minute, so y'all continue on.
Oh,
for a
okay.
second.
All right. Well, let's actually. I want to talk to Mr. H here about EOC Tech and like everything that you guys have to offer here, because like, I'm sure if I was just listening, I'd be like, where the crap is this magical film school that people get to have the best experience ever?
Well, EOC Tech is part of the Oklahoma Career Tech system, and it used to be called VOTech, right? The old VOTech, and everybody's like, oh, the VOTech, and it's got a stigma to it, VOTech. We teach you either. Sorry, I might eat it.
Eat the mic.
You either go to college or you go to VOTech, right? Well,
Yeah.
it's totally different now. We're a technology center, and we have classes here. We got film, we got web design, we got everything like welding, auto mechanics. The instructor who will kill me if I call it auto mechanics. It's got an automotive technology. I'm sorry, they're not mechanics.
We're not mechanics.
Nursing. We have an amazing STEM program. Computer repair and networking, the whole 9 yards. And we got students that, like in my class, can get up to 6 college credits. Yeah. So it's not an old awesome trade school anymore, but you are learning a trade. You're learning a career path, but it's my students, I'm trying to push most of them, in the college direction. Get the degree, study film, or whatever you want to do. Use this to, you can use this to make money while you're in college, you know, and do some stuff, but and help build your career. So, like I said, it's career tech, and it's no longer VOTech. I keep trying to. We had a little slogan. It's not your daddy's VOTech, right?
Yeah.
So we're trying to kind of get rid of that stigma. Can't talk either.
I don't know why. I do remember that. I actually remember being in high school and being kind of jealous of the kids that got to go to VOTech, because I was like, you get to go to like a cool school, and I got to stay here and go to stupid high school. Get beat up all the time.
No,
I didn't get beat up.
No, but it's a really cool place. I really like it. And there's a lot of these around Oklahoma, and Oklahoma is actually, for as bad as we are in public school, career tech.
Topical.
The way we have things set up, we're kind of like one of the top states in the nation for our career tech system.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And these kids leave here with a skill and college credits. They can go out and work. They can go out and go to college, do whatever they want to do, and just do some amazing stuff.
Well, and honestly, I don't know if you guys quite know how lucky you are, because whenever I went even to college, the equipment that we had was very, very limited. We had to do a lot of scrounging and that kind of stuff to get any kind of gear to shoot our stuff. And the equipment that you guys have here is some pretty pro-grade stuff. That's awesome.
Well, this year is mine and Landon's last year's, I believe.
Yes. Sad day.
And I think we're both crying on the inside.
Aww.
The thought of leaving both our instructor and the equipment.
Yeah.
A little more for the equipment, but
Right.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
So, what are some... Okay, so you guys offer... What is the name of the class that is
It is
film?
It's called digital media.
Okay.
But it's a split. I have digital cinema and I have digital photography.
Okay.
But I have them at the same time, so I'm teaching 2 classes at the same time. So I kind of start the year off with camera basics. We do Adobe training and Photoshop. And
That's
stuff
a big
that.
freaking deal. So
Yeah,
you guys are focusing on Premiere and Audition?
Photoshop, and I can't remember if I don't think we can get certification in Audition yet, but my students all get Photoshop, or they all at least test for it. I got about an 85% pass rate so far of Photoshop certification as well as Premiere certification.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so we use the entire Adobe suite and complete Mac classroom.
Yeah.
So
And dude, back in my day...
back in my day,
there it is again.
Call
Grandpa
back.
Brian.
No, my old video production class, we had to scrape by to get computer systems and all that kind of stuff. The public school system here has never really been very well funded, in case you haven't heard.
No.
And
Really?
when you, to the listeners, when you go in at EOC Tech and you walk into the digital media room, it's just nothing but Macs. It's just all the Macs, all the Mac computers. It's awesome. I don't know, that's a pretty penny
it really
that has
is.
been invested in that department, which is awesome.
Well, the graphic arts is the same way. They're all Mac, and our web design guys and our computer program and stuff. They all hate Mac. They're all PC down there.
Boo.
Whatever. Boo. You guys.
Boo.
Nerds.
But we're on it's a lease program, I think, is how it works, and like a lease buy thing. Like every 4 or 5 years, we replace them. So it, like half of my class are like 2 years newer than the other one, so I can't get them all at once, because it is expensive.
Yeah.
So we'll replace this 10, and then 2 years we'll replace this 10, and hopefully, we can keep that going to where they're not like. We just replaced some that were pretty janky when I got here. They were probably about 6 years old, and it's not. They're still good, but they just don't keep up with the software.
Yeah.
So, and then when we went to the C100 camera, the file size was so much bigger.
Oh yeah.
And they were shooting on like a T3i.
Yeah.
It might work for that, but this a little bit more intensive data that we're trying to crush.
Yeah. Did we shoot 4K yesterday?
No.
I think it was 1080.
It's 1080.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, C100s don't shoot 4K.
They don't shoot 4K? Oh, I thought they did. Or I'm thinking C300s.
C300s.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
There
None of
for a
those
minute.
means
Random rabbit trail for anybody who has no idea what we just talked
We
about.
can't afford the C300s.
Yeah,
C100s, but they're amazing cameras and they're like less than half what they were when I
Oh, I know.
years ago. So.
In fact, what we're filming on for the
Yes.
YouTube channel is one of y'all's C100s.
Yep.
If we could, I wish we had like a mirror so we could be like, look at yourself.
Take a moment to thank our cameraman as
And then
well,
we can
Cole
make it
Sloan.
scratch and
Yeah,
stuff.
actually, hey, you should come around and step in front of the camera. It'll probably be a little blurry.
Watch the headset.
Yeah. Who do we have on camera here? Who's running camera
His
for our
name is
YouTube channel?
Cole Sloan.
Hello, my name's Cole Sloan. I like editing, and I like recording, and I like film stuff, so this is awesome.
Smile for the camera. Cole.
Awesome.
We didn't see your face.
Yeah.
And I gotta give Cole some props. That dude, he worked so hard yesterday and was sick. He was just getting sicker and sicker as the day went on. And I'm like, you're probably not gonna be here tomorrow. I get it if you're not. But he texts me last night. He goes, my voice is gone, Mr. H. I don't feel good. I'm not gonna be able to come in the morning. I'm like, dude, I'll be surprised if you make it at all. Just get some rest, get to feeling better. He's a trooper.
And here
He's
he
here.
is.
He's working. Yeah.
Say you're gonna do just fine. Okay, so I want to know, what are y'all's goals after this? Because you're about to graduate. Well, you're about to graduate, and you're also about to graduate.
From EOC.
Okay.
Yeah, we've all both graduated from high school, and
So what's next?
They're both adult students.
That's right.
I believe the plan
I forget
is,
that that's a thing.
Yes.
I believe the plan is we're both going to O-Trip, am I right?
yes, we're both currently at Rose State College,
And we're both currently going to O-Trip next semester.
OCCC.
Very cool.
So,
That's the plan.
I'm still in high school. I'm a senior in high school though, so I'm very close to graduating as of today, and
You're all babies to
oh,
me.
yeah.
I just see a wave of babies
Children.
over here.
Well,
Yeah.
I am an adult though, kind of. I'm 18.
Oh, you're
I'm
18,
I'm legally
okay.
an adult.
Uh-huh.
That's what my mommy
Okay.
tells me. But after high school, I'm going to go to Rose for 2 years because I go to Choctaw High School, and we get a ticket to Rose, which makes us we get 2 years of free tuition.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
it'll be very nice because financially times are tough, and
Yep.
it's a great thing. I'm glad that I get to take advantage of that.
That's
She'll
awesome.
also be back here next.
Oh yes, next year I'm coming for my 13th year, and EOC offers that to anybody I believe graduating in this area or.
I think the way it works in the state of Oklahoma, you graduate, you're eligible for one free year of career tech.
Yes,
Oh, cool.
So when he says 13th year, it's not going to be his 13th year here.
Right.
it's my 13th
Right.
year of schooling.
Right.
Right.
He's dropped.
He's been at EOC for 13 years.
That's right.
Still working on it.
Ever since
Yeah.
I was.
He's gonna get that
5 years
2-year
old.
degree someday.
But they also have something coming up pretty soon that there's in their guide. What do y'all got coming up really quick?
we have a competition every year that we can go to that's for Votex, I believe, and it's skills
what career tech?
for career techs.
Not Votech, remember?
Career techs, yeah. And it's Skills USA, and they have a film competition course, both TV production and digital cinema and photography, and lots of others. So
Yes.
I think we're going for a fact. Me and Landon.
I'm going as well. Yes, for sure.
So is
I have
Cole, our cameraman.
13 students going. I have 8 in.
Oh, that's so cool.
In 4 in digital cinema, 4 in TV production, and then I have 5 photographers going.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
It's gonna be crazy.
That's so cool. Where was this school when I was in school?
Being built.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, probably. Back in my day. There was.
I just drew pictures and flipped them.
Did you ever do the stick thing where it was like a person with his arm back and then his like arm forward, and you just make him punch another stick person
You're
over and
getting
over and over?
Really close to.
I did that. If that makes you
You
feel
never did
better.
that?
No.
I have no
Did
idea.
you
what
do
you're
that?
talking about.
Yeah, that was my first animation.
Very
This
nice.
dude punching
film.
another dude.
I'm just there looking like, hit me. Hit me, bro.
So, okay, real quick before we're going to play some games in just a second, but real quick I want to touch on the 48-hour film race because Mr. H here is the brains behind not the entire thing, but the thing in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
It's funny hearing Brains and Mr. H in the same sentence.
See, yeah. Be glad we're not in
That's a
public
bin
school.
burn.
Yeah, that's right.
It'd be a different story.
Yeah, it's well. Okay, I will say this. Yeah, we my class. I'm not a traditional teacher. I can be a little snarky.
Snarky.
Just a little. Just a little. But
A little.
for me, it kind of breaks the tension and it kind of lets them know that hey, this. I'm not. I didn't go to school to be a teacher. Okay, this is how I would treat people.
Is that how you introduced yourself to the class? I'm Mr. H, and I didn't come here for this.
Yes. Get off my lawn. No, so I kind of treat them in a sense like peers, but they're like my kids though. I don't have kids, and they're old, and they don't look anything like me. But they're like my kids, and I spend a lot of time with them. It's on a daily basis. I'm with some of them 2-5 hours. It's so you become really attached to them, and so you know me. I'm not Mr. Prim and Proper all the time, so I'll smart off to them, and the ones that can take it, I figure that out pretty soon. Who can and who can't, and they
survive.
They start giving it back.
That's right.
And then we start having
Photoshop
Photoshop wars.
Yes.
It's pretty great. But anyway, it's pretty fun. I keep it loose as long as they do their job, right?
Oh, yeah.
As long as they do
That
their
comes
job,
first.
I'm totally cool with a loose, relaxed classroom. And so far, the results have been okay, so I'm pretty good with that. Okay.
Well, no, and it's great because we even have past students that are visiting here. Hey, come
absolutely.
jump in front of the camera and wave hello. We got a student who graduated last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Logan Bacon. I do video editing. I do camera work and sound as well. I graduated last year.
Cool.
And Mr. H is fun.
Yeah, he got to go to nationals last year in digital cinema, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Congrats, my
So
friend.
yeah, very cool. So Logan was here my first year, and my second year, and my third year, and I finally got rid of him. But now he's
Still can't get rid of me.
Yeah, I know. You're back. He's back.
He's hanging around.
So you asked about the 48. I totally.
I was just saying. I want to touch on just the 48 because the 48 is going to be coming up here pretty soon as far as entries and all that kind of stuff. So where can people find out info on that?
There's an ad in our program. I don't remember the website. 48hourfilmproject.com/Oklahoma City, and I'm not exactly sure on the date that the entries open. For you can submit to enter your team. It's like 6 weeks out, but I don't handle any of that. That is all from headquarters. I tell them what date we're doing it, what theater we're doing it in, all that stuff, and they're like, and it's all just they punch in the numbers like, oh hey, here's when entry fees will open. It'll be worth this much. All that I don't do any of that money stuff. I don't handle the only money I deal with is ticket sales at the door. Other than that, it all goes
and
through
you do
HQ.
a pretty darn good job on the 48-hour film. It's pretty cool.
Well, thanks. It's stressful. It's a lot of work, but it's awesome. I do miss competing. The first 2 years it was in Oklahoma City, I competed.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is cool, but we had 9 teams, 8 teams, and then I was like, this has got to be more filmmaker centric. And it came open. So the lady quit, and so I was like, hey, this will be fun. Yeah, it's been fun, but it's grown, and it's just keeps
Dude,
getting
it's gotten
bigger,
huge.
We're not as big as places like LA and stuff where they have 170 teams or whatever, but
and the screenings last for 5 days.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my gosh, no,
which is crazy. That'd be awesome, but no, I liked about the 35 to 40 mark where we're at. And we get teams coming in from Kansas, Texas, and it's like this is too cool.
That's great.
A filmmaker last night here from Arkansas. He's
really?
only lived 3 hours away, and was talking about the 48. He goes, it's as close to me to come to Oklahoma City as it would be to Little Rock, so he's going to come over and try to do it this summer. So it's like,
that's what's up. That is what's
There's
up.
no boundaries in the Oklahoma City 48-hour film project.
Yeah. So cool. And I'm going to talk to you about some stuff after we're done with this.
Let's talk.
I don't know why I'm bringing it up now. Just a total tease for everybody that's listening. What is he going to talk about?
I'm going to put this on audio.
Yeah.
There's another thing that we have to talk about. We've talked about.
Right. It's about the thing.
Yes.
It's the thing. So at that one place.
Yes.
Certainly.
Yeah.
That one place that is everywhere.
Yeah. And did you feed him?
Oh my god.
Oh crap! I forgot.
I took care of it.
But okay, Landon ate him, so we don't have to feed him.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
Well, then it's,
No,
we're good.
So when you go to edit this, you're like, oh yeah, I got to talk to Ben about that thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to have a better friend.
Yeah, so-
There
Okay.
for a solid second, I was very confused.
She was like, "Well, did he?"
It worked. It worked.
Perfect. That's my main goal.
But to be honest, it doesn't take very much to confuse people. It's awesome.
I am always confused. I was born confused.
It's all good.
Okay.
Philia's sister. Philia.
Yeah.
And then she married this guy.
I know, yeah, and then she's
still
in a total state of confusion ever since.
I don't even know what we're doing here. So.
Tutus.
We're in
Two
Choctaw
twos.
right now. Two twos. Okay, so you guys want to play some games?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, we've got a little bit of time. Okay, actually, this is perfect. So, okay, we're gonna play. Who wants to volunteer? Just two of you. Okay, we got Wyatt, we got Peyton here. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a game called. Do you guys want to do questions, or do you want to do ABCs first? We kind of
I'll
talked
go.
about the different games.
You know what? I'll do
Sure.
ABCs. I like the idea of that because I'm gonna screw up on it. And I love that.
Okay, we're gonna do ABCs. Now, the way that this works is they're going to be playing out a scene together. We're going to get a location. So what's a location that we can put these two in? San Francisco. Okay, so we're in San Francisco.
Been there.
That's one of you left your heart there, and you're there to collect. And I just made that up. You don't have to stick with that.
You're married.
Totally just riffing.
Left my heart. I was thinking like my literal heart was in San Francisco.
It's a zombie movie.
Use it. Okay, and what's a relationship between these two? This is open to anybody that's standing
Nobody
around.
else is looking at us.
Okay.
Kissing cousins.
What is it?
Kissing cousins.
Kissing.
That's not very appropriate, Mr.
Here
A.
at the Clean Shorts Film Festival, we're going to do a Kissing Cousins in San Francisco. Okay, and the way that this works, are we doing questions or ABCs? That's a little less track.
ABCs.
We're doing ABCs, okay. The way this works is that you have to work your way through the alphabet. So Wyatt here will start a sentence with A. Peyton will start her sentence in response.
I get confused
B,
with my ABCs. This is going to be difficult.
D.
I will give you a prompt to let you know which letter you're.
Okay.
It will be in sign language. Hopefully you've studied.
I know my sign language.
I don't.
Okay, and I forgot my bell, so let me get a sound effect here that we can.
Yay!
that
We get
can
sound
use.
effects. This is
No.
That's B.
this is this
Okay.
is okay.
So this will
A,
be, if you get
AB.
it wrong, it's going to sound like this.
That's the noise I wanted.
Perfect.
You know,
In case you were wondering, if you couldn't hear, if they get it wrong, it sounds like this.
You're
Pooted.
hey,
It's a fart sound, in case you can't hear over there.
you don't really need that if you're. I'm just kidding.
I'll just wrong. I have one loaded up in the chamber every time.
Oh yeah.
Locked and loaded.
Okay, so we're gonna start this.
This microphone smells like.
Actually, you guys want to count us down? All right, we're this is a game of ABCs in 3, 2, 1.
All I want for you is for you to be happy.
before you start talking, you need to listen.
Can't you see I'm the cousin you love?
Don't you know I love someone else?
Everybody tells me that, but I don't believe it.
False.
Guess you're right.
How do you know?
I just guessed.
Jack, you need to listen.
Okay.
Okay, we're good. That was good. Give him a round of applause. That was actually really good, you guys.
Thank you.
This is why I need my bell, because otherwise I would have had to end that with. That's not quite right.
I want to start saying that to you now. Don't you know I'm the cousin you love?
I'm the cousin you love. It's gonna be on the next shirt. Okay.
Oh, please, I want a copy.
I want one too.
Yeah.
Don't you know
We're
I'm
the cousins that you love. I think that we should see Mr. H go against Landon here. What do you guys think?
Ooh, I do. I want to see this.
Sass versus sass.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So let's get another location from the audience here.
They're doing
Come on, Tanner.
Vegas.
We're in a restaurant. Okay,
Yeah.
we're in a restaurant.
Okay.
All right, and what's the relationship between the two?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, your brothers sitting in a restaurant. In 3, 2.
Who goes first?
Me.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Applebee's is so great.
Bring me the cheese fries.
cheese is delicious.
Don't start.
Oh gosh.
You want to continue?
I don't know. Starting a sentence with E is hard.
Every time we come here, you get extra sopapillas.
Fried sopapillas are amazing.
Good grief, Landon.
How was I supposed to know it was going to make me sick?
I don't know. It happens every time.
Just let me enjoy my sopapillas.
Leave them on the table. Yeah,
Mom?
really redneck, really fast.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know why this cousin.
Mom said I could have as many as I want.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
I need a better. We'll end it on the Stranger Things theme. How about that?
Sweet.
Copyright.
Or we can end it on that one. Maybe that works better. Okay.
Can dance to that.
This is what happens when I forget my bell. Okay, so we're going to play another game now. This is a game called Questions. What's that? A Donald Trump soundboard?
That sounds like fun.
That exists?
Everything exists in this day and age.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to our generation.
You're fired. Is it for real?
Wrong.
Yes.
Oh my god, we have a... Oh, yes.
China.
Oh my god, yes! This is the best. Well, okay, hang on. We got to look through this.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Let's see here. Kate, who?
Kai, Donnie, Don.
I don't even know what that is.
Putin. Do Putin.
President Trump.
I don't think in the entirety of Barack Obama's presidency did he actually say President Obama out loud. Or did he?
I didn't either.
I don't know.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, I'll stick to that one.
Donald Trump.
There you go.
Donald Trump. Okay, I love this. We are using
Is
this.
Kofefe on there?
We're going to use all of your battery, Cole.
Mexico.
Okay, all right. I have to focus now. The ADDs are kicking in now that I've got the soundboard here. Okay. Wait, there's more? We got intros.
Our country is in serious trouble.
There are replies.
We know
Thank you
now
very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
I need this app.
what Brian's going to go home and download.
This is happening. Okay, victory. Here we go.
Who needs a bell when you got
Very
Trump?
long and very hard.
Clean shorts.
Oh, man. I almost want to, invent a game right now.
The face of the podcast has changed forever.
We should use this for the last game that we're going to play.
Yes.
Okay.
Make Okie show great again. Okay.
Yeah. Where is it?
It's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to play a game called Questions. Now, the way that this works, it's kind of like the ABC game, except that you can only respond to each other in questions.
Very nice.
So I use
is
this
gonna
on
be easier.
my wifey Pooh here all the time. Whenever she asks me a question like,
Did you do the dishes?
don't I always? The answer is no.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's get another location for these guys. Where are we going to put them? Well, first of all, who's going to be going up against?
Let's go. Me and Peyton.
Yeah. Okay.
You wanna
All right.
switch
So
the
we got Landon
microphone?
and Peyton are
So
going
we're not
to
going
go
like this?
against each other. Let's get another location.
Ireland.
Disney World is what I was thinking. Yeah.
Thinking of
Hunger Games.
I feel like you'd love Ireland.
Okay, so you guys are at the Hunger Games section of Disney World.
Very nice.
Is Hunger Games even on Disney? I don't think so.
It is now.
We're
It is
mixing
now. Welcome
we're
to the world
mixing
of improv.
companies. That's okay. So you guys are at the Hunger Games theme park in Disney World. Let's see here. What are their relationships?
He just spilled his drink all over her after the restaurant.
He just spilled his drink all over her.
I'll start.
Okay, in the Hunger Games park at Disney World. Okay, so here we go.
He spilled his coffee on me? Is that what happened? Drink? Okay.
Let's see here. Here we go. I love this. This is the best. Okay, in 3, 2, 1.
Bing.
Why did you spill your coffee on me?
Well, are you gonna get me a new one?
Why would I buy you a new one?
Sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is hard for me.
There you go. I gotta get a good one here.
I liked that one.
Get those lights off!
That works. Oh my god, this is the best. I think that we should have a competition between these two groups here. What do you guys think of that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right. So how far did we get in? About 4?
Yeah.
We got about 4. Okay, so now let's get a new scene for these two. Let's see, what's another location?
Ireland.
They're in the beautiful shores of Ireland. All right, and let's try something different. What's a natural disaster that they can be dealing with?
Hunger. Famine.
Tornado.
The natural disaster that is hunger. Thank you, Miss America.
Ooh.
All right, let's go with hunger. We're starving in Ireland.
The perfect people to do a hunger.
Yeah, for real.
Okay,
We're starving.
I need food.
all right. So we got questions with Mr. H and Wyatt in 3, 2, 1.
I love babies.
Are you hungry?
Where is my potato?
You threw me off with the accent.
It's hard.
Totally wasn't expecting that.
Okay, so I think the winners are these two over here.
This is your fault, Mr. H. Your fault.
I wasn't expecting that.
It's hard.
Yeah, but I thought we were visiting.
Oh. Well, what if I was Irish?
Great relationships.
Oh, I just totally. I was like, what did he just do?
Well, you know what?
Storm.
I'm terrible at this game.
Nasty.
Well, I think we're even because I think we discovered you're really good at the ABC's game. I'm terrible at the ABC game. I'm really good at this game, and you're really bad at this game.
Probably.
Really?
This was tough.
It was.
Okay,
Next time.
so we're gonna play one last game, and this is you guys get to throw me under the bus. And this is a game called Actor's Worst Nightmare. And the way that this game works is that we have two things. Yeah, we also have, so we're going to use the Donald Trump voice thing, but then we're also going to use this book right here, which is the Upright Citizens Brigade Comedy Improvisation, I can read, Improvisation Manual. And the way this works is we're going to play out a scene, and all of their responses are going to be coming out of that book. So I have to somehow maintain whatever you guys say, and we're going to try to play out a scene.
So
now,
are we just going to go back and forth?
Should Donald Trump be a part of this?
I feel like Donald Trump should definitely be a part of this.
Okay.
So with that in
something,
mind,
but we're like attorneys preparing you. Back.
yeah, exactly. So okay, let's get one last location. Where can we set this scene?
Mother Russia.
How about a prison cell?
We're in a prison cell in Mother Russia.
The gulag.
Okay. All right, and we'll just say ding in 3, 2, 1,
Nasty.
ding.
Goodness.
Okay, so how are we supposed to get out of here? We've been here for like at least a day, and I don't know about y'all, but I need to poop.
Yar.
I love you.
It's only been a day. We can't even be thinking about that just yet. And you know, Captain Jack, I don't even know why you came on this political visit to Russia with me and old Donnie here.
We're peas in a pod.
Great
We are.
relationships.
You know, we've been friends for a really long time, but I still don't know why you had to tag along here.
You're crazy. I'm out of here. 0 to 60.
Oh my God, he literally just walked through the door. Did you know that he could just like phase through the door like that?
To me.
Sorry.
What was that?
This is so important to me.
Don't ask
It's
questions.
important to me too because I would love to know how he just phased through the door. We're stuck in this prison cell. What are we supposed to do?
I'm a free trader.
Yeah, so am I. You want to work with the guards? You want to get on that, Donnie?
The game will serve you.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. We put him on the game of like trying to bribe the prison people, and then maybe we can get out of here.
You're low energy.
I don't know how energetic I can possibly be. We haven't eaten in like a day.
Boom, boom, boom.
You need to keep that to yourself, okay?
No suggestion is a bad suggestion.
Exactly. So, let's brainstorm here, shall we?
I will bring it back.
You're gonna bring what back?
Instructions.
Okay.
Better
Let me guess. Faster, stronger.
and stronger.
I knew it.
This is what I'm afraid of. You stayed too long.
I agree. I think it's time for us to leave.
You're gonna love winning.
You think so? You think so? Oh, good. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, the guard's coming here. He's here. You know what? You can speak Russian. Why don't you explain this to him?
Are they small hands?
What?
More is better.
Something else must be small.
You know what? I'm not. I told you I didn't want to talk about that.
Look at those hands.
I mean, you know what? Yeah, that's what we could do. We could harass him about his tiny hands, and he'll let us go free. Senor. That's what they say in Russia, right?
Just an ordinary man with the powers of God.
You have the powers of God.
Build a wall.
We need to build a... Okay, there are so many ideas flying at me at the same time in this prison cell. Somebody
Don't talk
come up
about
with a
what
way
you
to
were
get
doing.
us... What was that?
Don't talk about what you were doing.
I'm trying not to give it away. The guard's staring right at us right now.
I love you.
That means so much to hear from you. I love you too.
It's gonna happen.
Oh no! Oh, Donnie, he's fallen into the guard. Quick, let's get out of here. We've got a moment to lose.
What if I play the tape of ocean sounds on my old boombox?
Sure, that'll be a great soundtrack to our escaping.
Who makes these deals?
Island, sand, Rolling Stone.
Apparently, Iron Sand and Rolling Stone makes the deals. That's what
We
he...
eat McDonald's until we come to an agreement.
And see.
That was the best one.
I want to hand this to you just to see the enormous thing that we found. That
What
we
is
love.
this?
This right there.
This is a line spoken by Mother from the back line. Hurry up, son. We want to get home and cook this expired food before it expires any further. That's good, yeah.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, guys,
Beautiful.
thank you so much for letting me come and just crash this film festival. This has been freaking so much fun.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you
And,
for
know,
coming.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to cut over these guys, but thanks for I'm 30
boy.
again.
Puberty's a rough time.
Yes,
I know.
I hate it. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for giving us a little bit of plug. EOC for one. Clean Shorts. We need the community out here. I mean, we need more filmmakers out here. We've had a pretty decent crowd. We're small. We're growing. And I know we're way out in Choctaw. It's a whole 20 minutes from Oklahoma City. It's a heck of a drive, guys. But you can make it. I promise. And it's fun. I mean, we try to make it filmmaker centric with things like this. With the Ryan Belgart came out today, give us an awesome, distribution panel. Talked about some amazing things he's got coming. Some amazing things coming. It's going to be fantastic. And we just need more people out here. And my kids are busting their hump. They're doing some amazing things here. Look, I mean, we got some amazing photographs over there too.
Oh yeah.
Photographers. We have a silent auction going on. They're super talented and they're working really hard. And all this money that we raise, which is not a ton.
Yeah.
But it sends them to go compete in Skills USA. We have to pay our way, so we have to buy the hotel rooms, the transportation, their food, and all that good stuff. So, this is what this is about. It's all about these guys, and at the end of the day, it's about providing them an opportunity that they wouldn't have.
Yeah.
So, the more people come out and support it, the more students can have those opportunities.
Yeah. That is fantastic. And that's what all of this is freaking all about. So, where can we find EOC Tech online for more information about all this?
EOCtech.org.
Okay.
Or edu, sorry. Cleanshorts is .org. EOCtech.edu.
Okay.
Cleanshorts.org. We're on Facebook, Clean Shorts, EOC Tech, the whole 9 yards. So
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you
This
so
has
much.
been so much fun. We're going to go watch some short films. What do you think?
Yes, sir.
we got about 2 hours. We got some awards to give away. So.
Oh, dang. All right, guys. Well, that's it. We'll see you in the next 2 weeks. All right. Bye.
See y'all around.
Okie show.